Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the stream. Yes, that was wonderful. That was Louis Lung's Relaxation Cafe. Like I said, I dropped the link. It should be in the description. I also gave the link to our resident producer Salacious. So hopefully, may she do mentality. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Hezokai's St. Patrick's Day show. Good to see so many wonderful people here this morning. This hat is kind of green, but not really. So I got a green bag hanging in the background over there. That's the only thing I could find that was green enough to work. And then I guess the green bit of my Rubik's cube. The problem is on the Rubik's cube, the green attaches to the orange and the white, so it looks like and the yellow. And it looks like a Green Bay Packers jersey too much. So I like having the blue and the orange side showing with the white. So it looks more like a Bears, but whatever. Anyway, for St. Patrick's Day, I'll have the green side show. So hello, welcome everybody. Good to see you here. Let's see who all decided to join us this wonderful Friday morning on St. Patrick's Day. Let's see. We got Cliff Hickson in the house. Hello, Cliff. Welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. Lord KJW. Once again, Little Chihuahua Big World. What's up? Good to see you. All right. Zuzu Zyquin's in the house. What's up? The bad thing about St. Patrick's Day is the hangover the next day. Oh boy. Salacious, what's up? Lord KJW. Zuzu Zyquin, what's up? Good to see you. You've been doing some good work lately. Your videos, man, I'm digging them. That's if you guys aren't subscribed to Zerzu Zyquin, definitely check out his channel. It's great. Nancy, Lord KJW, Salacious, Zerzu, Cliff Hickson, what's up? Little Chihuahua, Salacious, Vestige of Peace in the house. What's up? Good to see you. Nancy Marcho, Vestige of Peace, Little Chihuahua, Lord KJW. Chelsea May, what's up? Good to see you. News Now Enemy, what's up? Chelsea May, Vestige of Peace, Space Trucker, yeah. Everyone, Space Trucker says, let's party with some Green Bay green beer this weekend. That's right. That's right. That's how they do it. They're dyeing the river green right now. Good stuff. Vestige of Peace, Space Trucker, Chelsea May, Salacious, P. Barnes the second. What's up? Good to see you. Let's see. P. Barnes, Salacious, Lord KJW. Who else is in the house? It's a wonderful, beautiful, fantastical. Archangel 3. What's up, Arch? Arch, hey, good to see you. Let's see. P. Barnes, Lord KJW, Archangel, Salacious, Chelsea May, Flower Power. What's up? Good to see you. And I like the green heart. That's awesome. Let's see. P. Barnes, Vestige of Peace, Space Trucker. Let's see. Chelsea May, what's up? Let's see. Weetscador, Texas, Tim. Top of the morning to you, ladies. I just think about he's from Boston when oh, what the hell is his name? Bill Burr, when he's talking about going in the ghettos, man, top of the morning to you, ladies. like he looks like a leprechaun. Vestige of Peace, Weetscador, Pack. What's up, Pack? How's it going? All right. The Peckster, Peccaroni, Peccaroso, the Forgiven Jerry. What's up? Yeah, he sent me an email this morning asking about the show. Dude, you forgot it's St. Patrick's Day, not San Juan de Marco Day or whatever his name was. San Juan. Wait a minute. I know his. I'm not trying to be like Diego, San Juan Diego. That was his name. Little Chihuahua. What's up? Weetscador, Vestige of Peace. We got rain. Yay. Rain is good for the plants. They love it. Chelsea May, Flower Power, Pat Dagler, David Perillo Jr., of course. What's up? Oh, yeah. Every time. Let's see. Chelsea May, P. Barnes II, Pat Dagler, Lord KJW. Who else? Love you guys. Seeing y'all here makes me so happy. This is a wonderful morning. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let's see. Nancy Marcho, Pat Dagler. I thought I saw Tequila Kid. Yeah, the Tequila Kid's here. Top of the morning, lads and lasses. That's right. Let's see. Nancy, Jenny Pult. Yeah. All right. Salacious, Pat. Who else? Who else? Come on, Billy Yank. Billy Yank's in the house. Chili's arrest was so satisfying. Oh, with Hezokuai. Chili's arrest cash. Chili's arrest satisfying Hezokuai. That's beautiful. I like that. Love the music. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Let's see, Tequila Kid. Yep, there's a link to the music. Let's see. Scott Ammo's in the house. What's up, Scott? Good to see you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Let's see. Oh, Graham Graffine's in the house. Top of the morning to you. That's right. Love it, love it, love it. Joshua Lee, what's up? Let's see. Oh, Josiah's in the house. What's up? Good morning. And I'm going back to bed. All right. Well, thank you for dropping by. I hope you drop a like before you split. Good to see you. Great to see you. Always love you guys so much. Vestige of Peace. Colrack's in the house. Now we're talking. The party's ready to get started now. Get some of that ale from another planet. Cliff Exxon, what's up? Let's see. Chelsea May, Lord KJW, Graham, Colrack. Dave Carver, what's up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Chelsea Ray, Archangel, P. Barnes, KJW, Cliff, Colrack, Little Chihuahua, Salacious. Julie Weaver, hi, good to see you as always. What's up? All right, love you all. Oh, Dino's in the house too. What's up, Dino? Good to see you. All right, we're gonna get a little dancing for this one. All right. Let's see. We got who else? Pet Dagler, Archangel, Little Chihuahua, Julie Weaver. Come on. And yes, all right, looks like I'm all caught up. Good morning, Rashers. Welcome to the Hezokuai St. Patrick's Day stream. And I was thinking about this. Actually, I started thinking about it yesterday, but it really hit me this morning. Like, it's so bizarre that Chili just got arrested. Now, I know I don't know Chili again, but listen, hear me out, man, because it's weird. I've been thinking about it. Last year on St. Patrick's Day at night, because I think it was on a Saturday last year, whatever. But that night, I was on live. Team Skeptic actually came and joined me on my live, and we hung out, and had some fun, had a couple beers talking, just being online, having fun. But at one point during the stream, I actually printed out a trifold and took it outside and set it on fire on stream. So it's just bizarre that, that was on St. Patrick's Day. And now, right before St. Patrick's Day, he gets arrested again. It's like I don't know, man. He's got this March thing, I guess, about being on the news. Maybe he likes to get it done before WrestleMania every year. But I mean, the guy's about as smart as a box of grapes. I got this yesterday. I was messing around with some of my avatars. So I got that one up there. That was fun. I had that on while I was in Uncle Artie's Bar and Grill. And oh man, that guy, he's thinking of retiring from the bar and grill, and oh, I'm gonna miss his watered down drinks. But tonight, St. Patrick's. It's gonna be amazing. But anyway, um, so we were hanging out and we were watching Chili's live stream. For those of you who didn't see it, I was first of all, he got Here's the Deal made a video for him. That dude's a nut basket. Wolverine Transparency made a video supporting him. That guy's another nutbag. He's got all the sovereign citizens, anti-Americans, anti-government douche canoes lined up to support him. But the thing that really made me sick to my stomach was at this point, I would think that now, maybe this time last year, I would say, okay, I kind of get it. But now, I would say by now, after that whole fiasco with Josh Abrams and suing Kate at Masshole and everything else that's been going on with Chili and the whole, the Grifty Awards and everything, I would think that by now the cat's pretty much out of the bag and everybody should be aware that this guy's just a grifting douche canoe con artist. So I'm thinking that by now everybody knows that this guy's full of it, right? And nobody'd be stupid enough to give this guy money. Well, never underestimate the stupidity of the American people. Because I'm watching this idiot complain about, so he's going like this. Look, and he's showing he's got a bruise on his arm. He's like, look, see my elbow, and he's showing off this bruise, and he's telling the story like he's literally saying that this horrible evil tyrant was torturing him, and he has the bruise on his arm to prove it. Now what he's saying is that a cop grabbed him like this and squeezed as hard as he could, squeezing for half an hour. The cop didn't stop squeezing for half an hour until Chili ripped his arm out of the cop's hand. And that's where he got the bruise from. So, first of all, why would the cop be holding him, squeezing as hard as he possibly could on his forearm or on that in cuffs for half an hour? Like what could possibly cause it to take that long? And for this cop to have these magic hands that can squeeze that hard for that long and not cramp up. And he's talking about how he's in cuffs and he's not resisting, But then how are you pulling away to get the bruise if you're not resisting? He specifically said, they're trying to get dominion over me, but don't you worry, guys. I didn't let them. So what does that mean? That means he was resisting arrest. He said it flat out. He didn't say I was actively resisting. He said I wasn't going to let them get dominion over me. No way. I was not going to let that happen. In other words, he was resisting arrest. I can't wait till the body cam footage comes out. Neither can I. It's going to be fascinating to see. But anyway, whatever the case is, whether he's exaggerating or not, which again, coming from Chile to Castro, it's extremely difficult for me to believe that he's not exaggerating. While he's talking, like I said, I would be thinking at this point that everybody knows the guy's just a con man and a grifter. So nobody'd be stupid enough to actually give him money, right? So I'm watching him tell this story that I'm telling you about. And all of a sudden he starts getting these super chats once he shows the bruise. $100, $200, $100, $50, $100, $75, $200. The guy made over $1,000 last night just showing off a bruise. Like, that's why these idiots do this crap. Because they're making so much money. Their fans are insane, sycophant, lunatic idiots that'll fall for anything. Oh, let me just throw all my money at you. You think Chile actually... You think any of these guys actually care? That's why they do it, so they could get paid. Well, what's wrong with that? When you're being bad to get paid? What's up, D-Boss? When you're doing... See, so many of their arguments, all of their arguments, always come down to this insane lack of morality. And moralities are not law. All right. Morals are not laws. I get that. But they don't have, or they shouldn't have to be. People should treat other people with common decency, courtesy, respect, and some amount of empathy just because it's the right thing to do, not because it's the law. And I've been thinking about this a lot. Oh, what's up, Roisin? Didn't see you in there. Lunar Nights, what's up? So I've been thinking about this a lot, and because I'm listening to Chile and I'm listening to all of his sycophants talking about what happened and the arrest and everything that's been going on. And I came up with this scenario in my head, and I realized something like, okay, so I've told this story before. In fact, being winter, I probably just told it again recently within the last week. A few years ago, I'll paint a picture for you. I was working in an office at the time. I'll even tell you exactly where I was working at this point. It don't matter. Um, I don't even think it exists. The specific office I was in exists anymore. I was selling Hot Wheels cars and Barbie dolls and American Girl dolls. Like they were all sold by the same company. And if you had the catalog and you wanted to call to order, this was years ago before sort of the computer orders, took over everything. You would call and you'd place your order over the phone. So I was the guy answering the phone, taking the orders, and it was around Christmas time. So we were super busy. I was working the late shift. And I'll tell you what, it was actually a pretty cool job because part of the job was they wanted us to know what we were selling. So we actually got to play with the toys all day. Like it was part of the job. They wanted us to be able to, if somebody called and asked questions about it, like we're familiar with the toys, so we know what they're asking about. Anyway, so I'm in the office, I'm working late because it's Christmas time and we're doing overtime. I get off at 11. Huge snowstorm. And this office building was way out in the sticks in Wisconsin, completely rural. Well, I guess technically it was in Illinois. It was right over the Wisconsin border. But I had to drive home in a snowstorm at, after 11 o'clock at night. What's up, Stan? So it's rural out there. So there's literally no streetlights. It's pitch black. And the snowstorm is snowing so heavy you can't see 5 feet in front of your face. So I'm trying to drive home in this horrible snowstorm in the middle of the night in pitch black. Kathy Norris, what's up? And so I'm going really slow and I'm being very cautious. All right. And at one point, I notice like this flashing light behind me. So I look, in my rear view and and there's a car behind me. And he's flashing his lights and he's honking his horn and he wants me to speed up. I'm going too slow for this guy. So what happens? He speeds up, passes me, drives into the oncoming lane to get in front of me and passes me and then keeps going. I'm not a road rage person. When people do that, I'm always just like, okay, whatever. I'm not going to drive dangerous just because this guy is whatever, in a hurry to get somewhere. And then like maybe 10, 15 minutes later, a few miles down the road, I see the exact same car sideways in a ditch on the side of the road with the dude climbing out of the window, like sideways, having to climb out vertically on his cell phone. And part of me was thinking, I feel sorry for the guy. I mean, he got in a car accident. His car flipped over and landed in a ditch. I'm glad he's okay and he's on the phone. But then, it settles in my head that he's okay and he's on the phone. And then that's good for him. I was driving careful and he got mad at me for driving too slow. And so what happens? His dumb ass ends up in a ditch because he wasn't driving right. But of course, there's that old joke, right? Everybody thinks that everybody else can't drive. Like I can drive, but nobody else knows how to drive right. Like that's an old joke. That's the thing. People say that. Okay, so what's the point? Why am I harping on all this driving stuff? Because I realized something. That's where it begins. That's where it begins. The people who pass me like aggressively just for me to get stopped a few miles later at the exact same stoplight. People who aggressively pass me to end up turned over in a ditch on the side of the road because they're in such a hurry they can't control the way they drive. The people who cause all these accidents all over the place, all right? These are the people. See, this is where they're coming from. Because I was thinking about it and I made this connection in my head today, like this, or last night actually was when I was thinking about this because it always starts with the traffic stuff. Even not just the actual sovereign citizens, but even the frauditors. What is DMA and Regan and Sweet Tea? What is their big thing that really got them rolling? Was the cars, the police cars with the radar enforced speed limits, traffic stuff, Wolverine transparency, BSBT. They're always out there following the cops that are pulling people over for speeding. It's always the traffic stuff. It always starts with the traffic laws. So what happens? What's the mentality? How do you think? How do you feel? How do you drive that you get pulled over so often that you feel like you need to carry around a trifold because you get pulled over so much? Back the blue till it happens to you. It doesn't happen to me because I don't do that. But it's easy for me to say that, for me to look at these people and say, well, it's not going to happen to me because I'm not doing that stuff. But that is not really looking at what the hell are you guys doing that you do get stopped by the cops all the time? You want to, they want to believe that the police are just randomly pulling everyone over all the time for no reason ever, always, because that's what they do to try and raise money. But if that was true, how come you guys are the only ones that get pulled over all the time? I never get pulled over. Everyone I know never gets pulled over, except for the people who are leadfoot, for the people who are driving too fast or too dangerous or like to have a couple of before they hit the road. Like, where does this whole but the whole basis of this mentality, it seems to always start there. I found in my head that this is the core where it begins. You know, these people who for I that's the mentality I've never been able to understand. And now that I'm beginning to connect that mentality more to the sovereign citizen slash frauditor movement, the more I'm starting to think that maybe coming to a deeper understanding of people who think this way will help understand how those people eventually are led down this road that leads them to think that this stuff that they're doing is okay. It starts with it's a 65-mile-an-hour speed limit on the road I used to take home from work when I lived in Wisconsin. I'd be driving 78, 80, and people would be behind me flashing their lights, honking the horn, and passing me because I'm going too slow for them. I'm already speeding 10, 15 miles over the limit. And these guys are going nuts. They're furious because I'm going too slow for them. What is we need to understand what drives those people. Why are you in such a hurry to get stopped at the exact same stoplight I'm going to get stopped at 10 miles down the road? Why are you in such a hurry to be going so fast that it'll be impossible for you to stop if someone or something gets in front of your car and then you're going to end up killing somebody? Why is that so important to you? What is it about these people that makes them drive so aggressively? That they're constantly getting pulled over, that they start believing this nonsense that the cops are just targeting them on purpose because cops are mean. No, it's because there's some personality type that causes people to drive like that. Now, I want to make sure I understand or that I make it clear. Hello, Kathy. Good to see you. I don't know how you people drive. You know, like I said, it's the old joke, right? Everybody thinks that everybody else can't drive, but they can. So you might be sitting there thinking, you know what? I hate those slow pokes. What the hell are you talking about? Screw those slow ass people don't know how to drive, man. Right? And that's fine as long as you're not taking it to the extreme that these people do. I mean, you're going to do what you're going to do, but I am assuming if you're one of my fans, no matter what your driving style is, if you're a fan of mine, I'm assuming that if you get pulled over for speeding and you are speeding, like we could discuss whether or not, that whole thing is a whatever, but ultimately you're going to say, yeah, I was speeding, and you're going to take the ticket and that's it because you got caught and you know you did. And whether or not, like, because I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and say I've never done it. Just last what's at the beginning of winter, right at the beginning of fall, when I drove my kids back from Florida to Wisconsin to drop them off with their mother for the summer, right? Or for the winter. They were with me for the summer. There were a lot of long stretches between Florida and Wisconsin of just straight road for hundreds of miles with nothing. And at a certain point I wasn't even looking at my speedometer. I was just cruising. You know, if I would have got pulled over at that point, though, I would have taken my lumps like a man. I wouldn't have blamed the cop for pulling me over. I would have known that it was my fault I was speeding, but I'd take it like a man. Speeding only gives you like 10 minutes advantage. Speed limits exist for a reason. Yeah. My town, I get 30,000 people in my town. In my town, a traffic jam is like 5 cars. Well, we should all live there then. That'd be great. Um, let's see. The statistics say you only get there like 3 minutes earlier. Yeah, I've seen, I even saw a thing about where, Mythbusters Mythbusters did an episode where they had 3 different cars leave the same spot at the same time, and, like, each one would drive differently, speed limit wise, and then they would see, who would get there first and last or whatever, arriving at their destination, and it was maybe a minute or 2 difference at the most. Like, it wasn't it wasn't worth risking your life over, or the life of other people. Um, and it's so weird to me too, like, there's so much of what's going on because there's always these questions, right? Well, what happens if this? Well, what happens if that? But if you really dig into it, all of those ifs have happened, right? Well, what if one of these guys gets shot one of these days? Furry Potato got shot. Well, what if one of these days one of these guys gets their ass beat? Casey Camera Boy got his ass beat. Well, what if one of these days one of these idiots with no license plate and no insurance runs somebody over? Well, there was a guy last year who got in a car accident and killed the other 2 people in the other car and had no insurance, no tags, no registration, no nothing. I haven't heard any updates on what's been going on with that since then, but as far as I know, he ended up going to jail too. And then of course you got like Daryl Brooks and people like that. I mean, you would think by now the message would be out there and everyone would know that this whole scene is dangerous. It's not just a bunch of random idiots doing basically prank channels online for money. But so many of these people have the attitudes of children. So many of these people, like Casey Camera Boy, NC Tyrant Hunter, Wolverine Transparency, Broken System, Broken Trust, Direct D, all of these guys, Chili de Castro, they all have the brain power of a teenager. And they're just out there doing this stuff, thinking of it the way kids think of stuff, not realizing the repercussions of what they're doing. They can't see the forest through the trees. They can't smell the road on their knees. Oh, I know. Anyway, happy St. Patrick's Day. What the heck is going on here? Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Glad to see you. That was a long monologue this morning, but I wanted to talk about that because, like I said, I've been thinking about it after watching all the Chili coverage and hearing all the arguments that everyone's been making about why, it was fine with whatever happened and Chili shouldn't have got arrested and this and that. And the person who got pulled over, the cop let him go. After the cop let the lady go, she should have left Chili alone. It's like, wait a minute. I thought the whole point of cop watching was to protect the person the cop is stopping. If the cop tells the person they're stopping, all right, you could go have a nice day, and you're still doing your thing, why are you still doing your thing? The person you're protecting is gone and done already. And at that point, the cop had already decided they were going to let him go before you even showed up with your dumb ass. The stupidity is palpable. So anyway, it's St. Patrick's Day. I want to enjoy myself. I'm getting off Chili, man. We're gonna watch a video. I haven't watched a Kenny Klein TV video in a long time with you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put the link for the video that I'm about to show. It's from Kenny Klein TV. I used to watch Kenny Klein TV all the time. I haven't watched a Kenny Klein video in a while. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to watch the new Kenny Klein TV video right now. And it's called Auditor Has Had All He Could Stand and He Can't Stands No More. Yes, indeedy.
What is up, guys? Hope everyone is having a great day. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're coming back, welcome back. And if you have yet to subscribe, please go ahead and do that. All right, so today we are taking a look at an auditor that is going to a post office. Now, he says he's been there a few other times. He has some videos up of him going there. They're just little shorts. But in each video, he seems to get progressively more angry at them. And we're going to go on a third one. Let's go ahead and get right into it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Now the thing about this is he's upset because they do not have poster 7 up. Now, we know they are I'm sure they're supposed to have it, and he's had it up to here with it. Let's see how he reacts and what happens.
How you doing, guys? All right, we're back to this post office here at this is the Sheepshead Bay, West 6th. This is literally the fourth time that I'm entering this place. There is an absence of poster 7 here. Okay. I don't understand why. It's a hard task. I asked the gentleman to put one up, but for whatever reason, they don't want to follow the rules, very basic rules of the post office. Friendly reminder, they're always watching us.
No. It's nothing to worry about, sir. I don't bite.
So now we have to prove a point, I guess. Look at this, there's no poster 7. So how are you gonna like Where's the poster 7? No poster 7. See this?
How dare they?
Fourth time. It's the fourth time. All right, let's go ask somebody. Hey, how you doing, sir? I hate to be the bother, but
Did you come in last
yes,
week?
I did.
Yeah, can I help you anyway, sir?
I went to, well, I had two questions. So you have that little box over there, that door, that's only for USPS drop-offs or any other drop-offs?
If you read the sign,
Yeah.
it says no FedEx,
right.
no UPS.
Just, so it's big packages or just like, because like, let's say I have a flat rate envelope. Is that good to throw in there?
Sure, anything that's prepaid.
Cool, perfect. Another question is, I stopped by the post office on Mermaid, and
Right.
they said that they're, well, first of all, it was the same situation, and the postmaster was not available there as well. Is there a phone number that I can call?
Yeah, this is 1-800 shut your mouth. Yeah, that's right. Just shut your mouth. Don't say right. That's why you call it. Oh, so people just always talking. Just talk. No problem. At 1-800 shut your mouth. We take some things, some examples just to help you along your way. Well,
Maybe, is there a postmaster available today?
No, they're supposed to give you that number when you go over there. Speak to the supervisor. That's their job.
It's like the roundabout.
That's
So
their job, not my job, man.
unbelievable. So what would happen if I just stood over here, right? And then like somebody got irritated and eventually called the police because, you know, of me doing like
You're filming me, so I'm going to film you.
that's fine.
Anything I can help you with, sir?
But you're on the job, sir.
I'm allowed to film just like you. Okay.
That's not
Anything else I can help
part of
you
your
with,
see what you're doing right now is you're going against your policy.
oh, boo-hoo.
Sir, you're not my boss.
Okay,
You
we
can't
are.
tell me what to
We
do.
the people.
I'm going to help you. but
Okay.
What you want me to do?
But see, that's what I'm saying. The poster 7 has to
What would
be.
you like me to do, sir?
All right, you answered my question. Have a good day.
You too. You have a great day.
They just told me that. It doesn't mean anything.
Young man, thank all you.
No, I'm good. Thank you. I'm just gonna see what these post office men are doing. Oh, this is ridiculous.
No, this is ridiculous. If they have written my one for one, services line number two for another.
This guy just started.
All of this sounded like it doesn't matter. So why the hell did you put all this if it doesn't matter?
Not only that, but they start at 9, and this guy just came to work. You have all the supplies here.
Now, let me ask you guys a question. Let me take a minute to break this down. And I've been wondering, let me see something here. Hold on a second. Where is it? Come on, I should be able to okay. I'm gonna put a poll in the chat. The question is, I'm gonna write just for the poll. I'm just gonna write poster 7. But the question is, vote yes or no. The question is, if you walked into a post office and poster 7 wasn't on the wall, would you even freaking notice? Like, if you weren't a frauditor, would you even realize that it wasn't up there? Would it even be on your radar on any level to see that poster 7 isn't there? Would you even care? Would you even know? Like me, I go to the post office now because I do this. I'm aware of what poster 7 is. So because I deal with frauditors, it's always somewhere in my head when I walk into a post office because of them. But when I walk into a post office, I walk in there, I go to the counter, I do my business, I leave. Poster 7? If it wasn't for frauditors, would you even know that poster 7 exists? And would you care if it didn't? Who are the 4% that voted yes? Oh, it's David, I bet you. Yeah, 96% said they wouldn't even know or care. Because why would you? If you're not a frauditor, what difference does it make? Look, I understand. I do understand that the rules and regulations of the post office do need to be posted in the post office. That is a thing. Okay. But we all know what these guys are. We all know what they're doing. And I hate what he said. And they all always say this. And it drives me so insane. It's like when you are when you're talking about the guy with the camera represents the people. The idea of their argument, he said, I'm your boss, I'm we the people, right? And Long Island Audit always says that he's we the people, right? So the person holding the camera represents the people. Yet the customers who actually are the people want you to stop filming them, want you to get out of their face, want you to leave. They want the building to trespass you. They want the cops to drag you out of there. That's we the people. You guys are against we the people. Because if they ask you to stop filming, you're going to film them even more because they asked you to stop. You're not part of we the people. You're against us, the people. Or else you'd leave the damn customers alone. If they asked you to stop, you'd stop. So this lady's complaining about the line. Okay, that doesn't mean she's on his side. I mean, she's mad at the post office being whatever, but
Mr. James thought he was slick. Mr. James thought he was slick.
Ooh, walk of shame. Is the Frauditor doing the walk of shame?
So now we have an issue here. The issue is that we have some
Idiot.
employees that don't feel comfortable while they're being recorded, taking out their photography cameras. I guess maybe if the gentleman knew that he was, not allowed to do that sort of thing, maybe he wouldn't do that. But see, they don't even have a poster 7 to tell them what they could do, what they cannot do. And it's kind of silly because if they had a poster 7, maybe
If they had a poster 7, then they would read the part that says that they're allowed to ask you to stop filming.
this, maybe he wouldn't feel so triggered.
Oh, maybe
I mean, he's sitting literally underneath the camera.
filming. Maybe he would know
I don't know
that
why
he
he's
could do that.
There's our boys in blue. Hopefully not going to violate anybody's rights.
All right, so there you guys go. Now, here's the thing. The post office did seem to be a little off. There were a lot of people there. I mean, it was a morning, though. Some people go there a lot. He mentioned the guy just got there. Now, maybe he wasn't supposed to be there right when they open. I mean, things like that happen. Maybe he's running a little late. I mean, things happen. The guy that he did talk to had dealt with him before, apparently, and he had really had it up to here. Is also with him. Now, the number thing did kind of bother me because it's like, well, why do they have it there if they don't really matter? You know what I'm saying? It did seem very disorganized. So, but of course, he's not worried about that. He's more worried about the poster 7 being there and all that good stuff. All in all, I think, and then he talks about he went to the other post office right like they told him to the first time. Why did he film that? If you look on his channel, you will see that, and I'll put the link in the description to his channel. You guys can check it out. You'll see that he didn't film himself going there, so we don't know what exactly was said. I mean, maybe they didn't tell him about a number. Maybe they did. Maybe he didn't listen. Maybe he didn't write it down. I mean, who knows? We honestly just don't know. We are simply to take this guy at his word. What do you guys think? How did everyone do in this video? Let me know in the comments section. All right, guys, hope you all have a great rest of your day, and we will see you again on another video. Peace.
I am muted. I was muted. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I was muted again, once again. Hey, Hezokuai with you again, once again. I don't want to steal K-Far's line, but whatever. I just did. Anyway, yeah, Kenny Klein. I haven't watched one of his videos in a while, so that was kind of cool. That was fun to see him again. And, always bringing up the whole poster 7 deal. And we all know, we've been over it a million times. And that's another one of these things where it gets to a point where it's like it makes you think about like talking to a wall. Like, this is why it's so difficult to take any of these guys serious on any level, because they will argue with you about poster 7. And if you read it to them and read the part that says that poster 7 says that they can tell you to stop filming, then they'll turn around and say, yes, but poster 7 doesn't override the Constitution. Then why are you using poster 7 as your argument if you won't accept it because it doesn't override your Constitution anyway? It would be like, it would be no different than someone who was, I don't know, Jewish, using something Jesus said as an argument. Like, but you're not even a Christian. Why would you be quoting Jesus? Like, you don't even believe in poster 7. Why are you quoting it? If poster 7 doesn't override the Constitution, then you don't even believe in poster 7. So why are you quoting it? because it fits their narrative, right? Until it doesn't, and then it doesn't count. Again, the whole thing with the cam backing. They get so upset when people film them. And I said it before and I'll say it again. If your whole thing is to fight for the right to film, then if there really is a policy against filming, shouldn't you be fighting against that policy if you're fighting for filming? And then Rogue was in here telling me, no. It's because we're fighting for the right to film public servants while in the course of their duty. Who's trying to stop you from doing that? Like, that's why this is what they don't understand. This is why we get so mad when they compare themselves to Rosa Parks, because she was fighting for a right that people did not have. But that's the thing, a natural right that people do have. A human being should be allowed to be able to, sit down on the bus, especially an old lady should be able to sit on the bus without having to go, in the back and do that just because of the color of her skin, right? That's wrong. That's bad. That's a right that should be fundamental for all humans. She was fighting for a right that's a legitimate right that wasn't being given to them, that wasn't being honored, right? Because I don't want to say it was a right they don't have. Mike, what's up? Don't drink green beer. That means it's spoiled. Anyway, so the point is, why are you fighting for the right to film? Because who's trying to stop you is my point. Like, when they compare themselves to Rosa Parks, they were trying to stop black people from sitting in a certain part of the bus. They're not trying to stop people from filming. When they're stopping these guys, 90% of the time, they're not even mentioning the camera. Only the frauditor is mentioning the camera. What, are you upset because I'm holding a camera? What, are you afraid of a camera? What, are you afraid of accountability? No, I'm asking an idiot who's being stupid to back off, and he's refusing to do so. I'm asking an idiot who's filming not because he's filming, but because he's filming me specifically. I'm letting him know, I don't like you filming me. And instead of saying, oh, okay, I'll just film the rest of the building, or I'll film this or film that, like, how is that violating your right to film? How is that violating your right by telling you I personally don't like it? And that goes back to what I said in my rant the other day. If I tell you I don't want to be filmed and you keep filming me, now you're imposing your will to film against my will not to be filmed. And that's the point that I've heard people try to make that argument, because again, all of these frauditors, that's why the script is written the way it is. It's the old con man, fast talking technique, asking questions before the people can even formulate an answer to their brain, asking a different question to discombobulate them and confuse them and talk in circles to get them all confused and make their brains messed up. It all starts with, it's an old money game. Okay. People would walk into, especially like in the 70s and 80s, this was going around a lot, but it still exists even now. It's just people don't use cash as much as they used to. But in the old days, what they do is they'd walk into a store and they'd give you, say, a 10 or a 20, whatever. Let's say a 20. Somebody would buy like a stick of gum and they'd pay with a $20 bill. And they'd be talking to you the whole time. Like, hey, how you doing? How's your day going? Hey, how's the blah, blah, blah. Like getting your mind off of the money. Asking you, being very polite, but very friendly, asking you questions, getting your mind not thinking about the money. And then they'd ask you for change for a 20. And then you'd make change and they'd be like, oh, wait, but I paid for the thing with the 20. So you still owe me $19 change. So then you end up giving them $40 and they only gave you 20. And it's this exact same type of thing, except with the quoting the laws and bringing up all the nonsense, right? It's to discombobulate their brains. But the argument that I've seen a lot of people try to make, what's up, Jordan Colt? But they always have trouble, again, because these idiots talk in circles and use con man swerve language to throw their minds off. They're never able to articulate it properly. So I'm here to articulate it for them. The argument that should be made is, how can you tell me I don't have the right to film you? I'm not saying you don't have the right to film me. What I'm saying is you don't have the right to put your will in a way that goes against my will. You don't have the right to take any actions against my will any more than I have the right to take any actions against your will. I'm not afraid of a camera. It's not a weapon, but I don't want to be filmed. So you're filming me against my will. You're forcing your will upon me. Your will to film is against my will not to be filmed. That's the crux. That's the argument. That's the thing that people cannot articulate when they're talking to these frauditors, because the frauditors won't give them a chance to think, right? If they could, that would be it. That's it. That's the argument. Why is it bad for me to film you? There's security cameras up here. You know what? When I walk into that building, I know the security cameras are there. Just by walking in, knowing they're there, I'm giving my consent for them to film me because I know the purpose. I know that, but people can get that footage, and how do you know that whoever watches it isn't going to do something weird with the footage and blah, blah, blah. Okay, I don't. I'll give you that one. But some random dude with a phone that could take that footage home and do literally anything he wants with it is way more scary than security cameras, because at least I know their purpose. And yes, just like anything on earth, it could be abused, but perverts with phones and cameras, that's a thing. That's been a thing since the camera was invented. If you actually wanted to do that kind of search, you could go back as far as the late 1800s and find some pretty funky pictures that people have been taking as long as there's been cameras. Believe me, they're out there. So the idea that you have no idea who this random douchebag is with a camera. Also, look at security footage. There's tons of it all over the internet. Just look at it. How is it compared to the footage on your 1080p camera where you could zoom in and get the specific minute details on someone's credit card, as opposed to security cam footage of a robbery where you see it looks like a potato cam from way up in the corner, and you kind of almost can see the back of the guy's head from way, way far away a little bit, sort of something shaped like a person moving around in the background there, has something that in his hand that might be a gun, or it might be a loaf of bread or a piece of lettuce. Like, how can you compare the two? I ask you not to film me. You say, no, I'm going to film you even more because you asked me not to. You are now putting your will to film against my will not to be filmed. That makes you the tyrant. That makes you the bad guy. That makes you the scumbag. That makes you the douche canoe. All right. And now, ladies and gentlemen, and security cameras don't usually record audio. That's true too. There's a lot of stuff If you offended my First Amendment, you're wrong. Arr. But remember, you have to remember, it's very important. See, you guys always seem to forget that the only people in the world that actually are protected by the First Amendment are frauditors. Now, I used to say the guy with the camera, but it can't be that, because if you're filming a frauditor, you have no rights and you shouldn't be doing that. You're breaking the number one rule of the universe. Never, ever, 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 ever film a frauditor. If you film a frauditor, they're going to do everything they could possibly think of to try and destroy your life. If you're doing it at work, they're going to try to get you fired. They're going to put in a complaint against you. If you're just a person on the street, they're going to try and pepper spray you. They're going to yell at you and swear at you and insult you and do everything they can to tell you that you're wrong for filming them, even though all you're doing is what they do all day, every day. That's the other part of it that is so absolutely bizarrely and ridiculously insane to me. Like, how could DMA, Sweet Tea, and Regan Benson see their own video of them going off on a dude who is silently standing on a public sidewalk filming them? How can they watch their own video of the three of them ganging up to attack this man who's literally just exercising his First Amendment right to film in public? How do they not see that? How could their fans watch that video and not understand what they're looking at? I mean, I know people are stupid, but damn! Like, damn!
I'm so stupid. I'm dumb. I'm a fan of Frauditors, and they're so cool. I love Frauditors so much. They insult people. They make people cry. It's so awesome watching Frauditor videos. I get paid. I send my entire paycheck to them in super chats because they're so cool. The way that they insult people, and they're so hypocritical and horrible and evil and rotten and no good and scumbags and not worth the crap on the bottom of my shoe. And pond scum is better than them. I love it. Boy, oh boy, isn't it great to be an American in 2020?
I don't get it. In fact, I'm going to have to stabby stab. I have to stab. Ugh. Frauditor. You're getting it, buddy. Ah! You know what? I always give him the taser treatment. Today I'm going to give him the soap treatment. They need to get washed up for this St. Patrick's Day. We're going to go ahead and we're going to give them the blessings of a clean slate. Ah! Oh wait, I gotta put my Frauditor voice on. Sorry.
No! Don't face me, bro! No! I don't want to get clean! I don't like soap! I just like insulting old ladies and treating public servants like slaves! Ow! No! Oh, no! I'm a frauditor!
Anyway, thank you for joining me, everybody, on this beautiful St. Patrick's Day. It's Friday, and ladies and gentlemen, am I particularly agitated this morning? No more than normal. Just trying to enjoy my St. Patrick's Day after watching so many videos last night. I think it's because I was up late last night. 2 nights in a row, Chili de Castro kept me up late. All right, that's what my problem is. Stupid Jose Maria lick my bunghole de Castro sauce ass crack sandwich man. That douche canoe. Oh, that douche canoe. Oh, douche canoe.
Oh, Chili is a douche canoe. A douche canoe, he's such a turd. A douche canoe, he's a big nerd. A douche canoe, oh, douche canoe. Jose Maria de Castro is a douche canoe.
Yes, he is. Yeah, so yesterday I was up all night editing the video of his arrest. And then last night I was up all night because I was hanging out in the bar Grill of Stupidity and we were watching his live stream where he was e-bagging and his fans were throwing money at him like he was a saint or something. Like the big hero. Oh, he took an arrest for we the people. Nah. What a douchebag. Oh, the soap is Irish Spring. Yes. I can't believe I didn't think about that. Ooh, I love me some Irish Spring. Yes. I remember the old Irish Spring commercials. They were always so good. Ow. Oh, no. Uh-oh. I broke his handcuff off. I've been too violent. That's right. I can fix it. It's an easy fix. Salacious made these very well. High quality stuff. There's just a little, you could see it. I'll show it. Let me switch cameras so I could do a close up. Let's see. I love you guys, by the way. Let's see. Here it is. All right. See, there's a little, see that tiny little gap? So all I have to do is reconnect it. Just slide it right on through that gap. Just little. Ooh, see? And it goes right back on. No worries. Good as new. Right as rain. High quality stuff, people. These are good times. Good times. All right. So now, yes, that's what I just said. So anyway, back to the show. The next video I wanted to show today is Unclean Hands. And this is called Softset and Frauditor Bankrupts the Government. Spelled Gub-ment. They bankrupt the government. Oh, I love it. Oh, we're praying for Archangel 3. Is Archangel okay? I hope so. Let's see. Detachable torture cuffs. That's right, Jordan. Oh, and by the way, I haven't talked about it yet this morning. Just trying to have fun on St. Patrick's Day. I haven't even been thinking about business. But while I'm thinking about it, don't forget that this month's raffle, we have a raffle every month. And last month, we gave away the voodoo doll was the grand prize and a copy of my book, as well as a 10-pack of cards. This month, the grand prize is going to include a full set of all 110 cards of the Frauditors versus the Anti-Frauditors, Idiots versus Heroes card game I invented. And you can get that, the full set of Series 1. Series 1 is going to be discontinued soon because I'm about to release Series 2. So this will be your last chance to get Series 1 and a copy of my book as well as, and I actually have them here with me this time. I got the best fans in the world. I say this every day and I'm going to keep saying it forever because it's always true. I got that painting on the wall. Judy Johansson, a fan of mine, painted that for me, gave it to me as a Christmas present. I love it. And then Salacious made me these voodoo dolls. I had 2 of them. We gave one away in the raffle last month. It was very popular. People love them. It's got the fake breast badge, the tiny little black little heart, the rotten teeth, the gimbal with the camera, the taser, the gavel, the soap, the handcuffs, and the shoes untied because they're too stupid to tie their own shoes. Love it. His necklace was handmade by my fan Leland Squirrels. My fans, man, they're always coming through. And then Leland also made me these hacky sacks these green and purple hacky sacks, and one of them is going to be part of the prize package that you're going to get. Whoever wins the raffle this month. So you're going to get some handmade stuff. You're going to get some custom stuff. It's going to be good times, good times, good times. And if you wanted to enter the raffle, any donation to the channel in any amount through any means, whether it's PayPal or, Super Chat or whatever, gets you an entry in the raffle. All right, all right, all right. That being said, it's time for the unclean hands video I promised you earlier, ladies and gentlemen. So let's sit back, relax, grab a snack, and enjoy unclean hands. Thank
And yeah, he hates the police. He used to be just a regular auditor. Now he's a sovereign citizen and an auditor. And he's going off on the Tacoma Park police. He does it all the time. This is one of his, this video here is about from September. He got a whole 85 views. The guy's channel, he hasn't even got 1,000 subscribers. He's been on here for years. I saw the videos on Van Balien's channel. I'll put a link to Van Balien. He gets all these, he finds all these nutcases. He's an excellent channel to watch. I've been watching him for a year now. Anyway, enjoy this fool.
It is September the 6th, 2022, and it's 11:35. And Tacoma Park parking enforcement officer, police, code enforcement, bushman just came and put a ticket again on my vehicle. It's very clear that his elevator doesn't go all the way up. He is intentionally trying to stack tickets so he can tow the vehicle.
This guy thinks all the police in the state are in a conspiracy to tow his vehicles. That's not what parking tickets are for. They're to remind you that you can't park in certain spots where you're not supposed to be. And that's what they're for. If you get enough of them, they will tow your vehicle, which he's quite familiar with getting his vehicle towed.
Why do that? Why waste paper and ink when you can go ahead and tow the vehicle? You say it's illegal, tow it. You've already put yourself in a hole. So tow it. And if you think I'm joking and playing with you about this, of making an example out of your government and you, and taking everything that you have, putting liens, garnishing, tow it. You've already towed my other car. You got my motorcycle.
I don't know where he got the money to buy
Wait a
him.
minute, hold on. a second. I want to see.
And taking everything that you have, putting liens.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you see his license plate? Let me rewind it a little bit more so you could get a better look at it.
Garnish everything that you have.
Hold on.
Putting liens, garnishing.
Look at his license plate. Come on. Come on. Like, really, dude? Really? Like, the cops are part of some big, evil, horrible conspiracy. They just keep randomly sticking tickets on your car for no reason. Look at your license plate, you idiot. It's a fraudulent plate that you bought from a sovereign citizen website, you moron. He doesn't even know how to film the right way. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, man. This is nuts.
Tow it. You've already towed my other car. You got my motorcycle.
I don't know where he got the money to buy a Mercedes until I saw him go around the car and show that the front clip of the car has been totally replaced. I'm sure he totaled it at one point, or he bought it at an auction for a couple $100 or something. I don't know. This guy is something else.
And I've made it clear to your county executive and your governor, you're responsible. You towed the vehicles up the last time, you're going to pay for that. And You're going to pay the money I asked for. You have 2 more days. Your times runs out. Your 30 days, I'm going to make an example out of you and this corrupt system of yours in your city.
This guy obviously has the collective knowledge of an empty shoebox. I mean, really, this guy is something else. Another guy that's going to sue everybody and make all the money in the world, and they're going to be sorry. Yep, we're waiting for it.
Mind you, there are no more tickets on any other vehicles. This truck doesn't have a ticket.
I apologize for fixing his video a little late. I turned it upside right so you wouldn't get too dizzy. But yeah, let's keep watching this idiot.
And it's parked on the easement.
I wonder if those other cars that don't have tickets have legitimate license plates, unlike yours, which has a private citizen license plate. Interesting question.
But again, as you see, this bitch put a ticket on this truck. But I tell you this, he put one on mine. I'm going to take everything you ever worked for. I'm going to bankrupt you and your government for the harassment, trying to intimidate, and conspiracy.
And there's a conspiracy, and there's no telling why those other vehicles didn't get tickets. They may not have been parked there, overstayed their parking. Who knows?
Under federal law, it's clear.
I honestly, I wish Unclean was in here right now. I think he didn't notice that license plate. I just caught it as he walked past and paused it. And like, oh, yep, sure enough, he's got fake plates. So that's what it was all about.
You all don't know the law, but I'm going to tell you. And all these bootlickers that you got writing on my platform, as I told them, show me the law. I have the law to say what I'm saying and backing up what I'm saying.
No, you don't. You're an idiot. You're a complete idiot. You've never won a lawsuit. You've had so many vehicles towed by now, and apparently you don't get them back because you go out and get another car instead of paying the tow fees, which is brilliant. That's a brilliant strategy to bankrupt the government.
Because it's coming. Nothing. This government that you have, taxpayers, is a piece of shit. And if this clown thinks he can intimidate me by putting papers on a car, come on, man. You see, I got the law backing me up, the supreme law.
I think he's talking about admiralty law, which only applies on the sea, or common law. He could be talking about common law or no common sense law. Anyway,
something you don't know about, but you're gonna learn when I bankrupt your ass. Of these clowns going around trying to enforce their kind of foolishness upon you. You see, their problem is I'm a black man who is very educated in what I'm talking about.
Oh, don't make me put the violin music in here. Stop your whining. Nothing that you're talking about has ever worked in a court of law. It's never going to work because it's stupid.
And now it is time to put a stop to it. And make no mistake about it, Mr. Bushman and Tacoma Park, if you think the court is going to try to railroad me, nah. You see, just like your ass is on this camera, we're going to put them on the camera if they're corrupt. And we're going to take their jobs away from them. Conspiracy against a citizen is a crime.
I think that was enough violin for this clip. I think I'll add the clown music to the next one. Enjoy, people. Enjoy.
And I'm seeking that. Make no mistake about that. You, your chief, your mayor, all of you. You're going to stop harassing the citizens of Tacoma Park. And I'm going to make sure that. Zero signs of no parking. They say my tags or illegal on my private property?
Don't worry, he'll show you his license plate. It's a private property of some nonsense sovereign citizen tag that has no bearing in reality.
Oh, okay, cool. So he does,
A fucking dog, because he ain't man enough. He jumped in his car, took off, and I walked right beside him. And he tried to look like he didn't even see me when I walked by him. He's a bitch, nigga. And I'm gonna take everything that 12 people will give me when I ask for it. Tow the vehicle, bitch.
one brain cell. You're gonna keep that scary.
It would be a bad thing if I was to come to your house and start putting shit on your car.
You're not
Move along, dude. I want to see the license plate. Show us the license plate on your vehicle.
So call your tow truck, put them in the loop with it, and come and tow it.
Yes, good idea.
You've damaged it once.
See, he might not have got a ticket if he had a private license plate that said diplomatic immunity on it. That probably would have done it for you. You might want to fix your license plate and add, what I just said. Anyway.
This is what their problem is. Me putting this on my private property. And thinking that my constitutional rights do not come in effect on the public streets I pay taxes on. So, Bushman, time is running out. You in Tacoma Park. And if you think you're going to intimidate me by putting these tickets on there, wrong person.
Since he's already had his motorcycle towed and his car towed, I haven't seen the motorcycle since. He doesn't realize that when they auction that off for not paying the fines, which he refuses to do, that they're going to make a lot more money than a $45 parking ticket when they sell it. They get all the money. That piece of crap there, you probably get a couple grand for it at an auction, and they're going to get it. You're not going to get it. Tough luck, buddy.
We're going to go into a federal court, and I'm going to have 12 people tell you what the law is.
Yeah, they're going to tell you you're an
and then you're going to pay me every penny that I ask for.
I don't know, James.
And then I'm going to put liens. I'm going to garnish your pay.
Did anyone notice if Unclean said his name at the beginning?
Your kids schooling, where your wife works, the whole 9 yards. Stay tuned. You see, their problem is, and who is very educated.
Yeah, Van Balen's got the videos where he got his car towed and then he got his motorcycle towed. Yeah, he's making a great headway on his lawsuit there by getting all his vehicles impounded and end up being sold at an auction somewhere, I believe. I'm not absolutely positive about that, but that's what they do here. If you don't pay it off in a certain amount of time, they auction it off at a public auction, which is a gravy train. I've been to a few of them. I bought cars at private auctions through the city. And yeah, you can buy an old police car for like $700 or $800, with 100,000 miles on it. Yeah, people do it every day around here. My best friend's got one. Anyway, he paid $800 for it. Had like 89,000 miles on it. Anyway, yeah, keep going, dude. We'll keep an eye on you. Have a good one. Bye.
Once again, and as per usual, ladies and gentlemen, you know that the sovereign citizen is bad when even David is like, okay, all right, the guy's an idiot. Oh, yes. Oh, love it. Anyway, once again, happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone. Anyone who's just joining, who came in the last few minutes while we're watching that. Nicody, Miss Mandy 777. Who else didn't I say hello to? Let's see, Edward Cavalier, James C. Forgiven Jerry's been here. James C, Miss Mandy. Yeah, it looks like I acknowledge everybody. I always try to acknowledge everybody. Night Wolf, what's up? But yes, happy St. Patrick's Day. Thank you for joining me and spending your St. Patrick's Day morning with me today. Arby, yes. What's up, Arby? Let's see. Sorry, just kind catching up with the chat a little bit. So anyway, yeah, that's just another example of another idiot being stupid, because that's what they do, and they're so good at it. It's true that they are morons and butterbrain douche canoes. Yes, yes. All right. So, before we get into the next video is a KFAR video, and this one is called Question: Who votes for all the judges to treat soft sits this way? Or maybe I should read it different. Who votes for all the judges to treat soft sits this way? There you go. We're gonna play that in a minute, but before we do, I just want to say thank you to everyone once again for joining me. It's you make my days so good. You know, today's Friday, St. Patrick's Day, holiday weekend's coming up. And how are we going to celebrate the holiday weekend? Ladies and gentlemen, once again, just in case you didn't know, tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Time on the Hez and FFN Presents Snafu Show, Hezokuai and Frauditor News Network, 5 p.m. Eastern, are going to have very special guest tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Tones Overthinks It. That's right. Tones is going to be joining us tomorrow. And then next Saturday, the one and only Frauditors Exposed, Mark Stout. Yeah, he's going to be there. And then on April 1st, April Fool's Day, Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern, Frauditor News Network and Hezekiah are going to have a special guest. On April Fool's Day, April 1st, is going to be Blackheart Night. That's right. That's right. The one and only Blackheart Night. And then on the 8th, we're going to have Big Wes on. Yeah, we're going to talk to him about, making the transition from Frauditor to good guy. And then the week after that, on April 15th, we're going to have Frauditor Reaper herself. Yeah, she's going to come on. We're going to hang out with her. And then, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, on April 22nd, Saturday, April 22nd, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, mark your calendars. You're not going to want to miss this, because we have a guest. Frauditor News Network and I have a guest on April 22nd. Mark your calendars. This guy never, ever, ever, ever goes live. 5 p.m. Eastern Time, April 22nd. My guest with Frauditor News Network is going to be the one and only Unclean Hands. Ladies and gentlemen, Unclean Hands is going to join us on the 22nd. Then on the 29th, the one and only KFAR. Yes, KFAR is going to wrap up the month of April. And then I've already got confirmed that in May we're going to have Vilified Freedom, but we don't have a specific date for him yet. But anyway, with that being said, let's check out a KFAR video right now, shall we? All right, just a moment. James C. became a member. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, James. Oh, I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you so much. All right, so you are now entered in this month's raffle. That's right. On the first week of April, we're going to pick a name. We're going to pick 10 names. First place is going to get a full set of my Heroes versus Idiots, which is Frauditors and Anti-Frauditors card game that I invented. There's 110 cards total. You get a full set, as well as a copy of my book, the Frauditors Handbook. It'll be a signed copy of my book. And a couple other things. We got the handmade hacky sacks. We got some other stuff. The specifics of all the prize packages are coming up. Second place will be a copy of the book and a booster pack of 10 of these cards. And then all the other prizes will probably just be cards. But we got some other prizes coming down the pipe pretty soon that are going to be added. So now any support to this channel, memberships, super chats, whatever gets you entered. So now your name is entered into the raffle for this month to win my cards. So let me go ahead and add your name right now. Thank you again for joining. Yes, yes, yes. I appreciate that so much. Love you guys. Love the support. And in the meantime, let's check out this KFAR video. All right, all right, all right.
Thing that I find relevant so I can talk about it at the end. This video is going to come to us from my friend Phil over at the page Time Served. I will put his channel link in the description. Go over there and throw him a like, subscribe, tell him I sent you. And here we go.
I don't want to cause any confusion out there, but I did send you a document in your ex officio capacity, placing you as a fiduciary to this case and account, and which was not answered. So a notice of fault was sent, stating that you agreed to the claims within the initial executive order, or excuse me, affidavit high prerogative writ of quo warranto, to take over the assets of the case, to charge it off to the plaintiff. But as I've sent the response to the plaintiff, if the plaintiff is not prepared to address the response, as it was stated to the plaintiff that they had until today to address all of which was requested to be addressed in the response, or in the correspondence to the plaintiff. If they weren't prepared to answer all those today, then the case will be dismissed, and the account will be satisfied.
All right, so my ruling on the motion is exactly what Mr. Borkin said. First of all, I don't have any jurisdiction over whatever issues you're bringing up, because those are not actual issues. Secondly, that's not an actual motion. There is no basis for the motions that you filed in the law as we exist.
Objection.
Sir, if you object again while I'm talking, you're gonna get held in contempt. Do you understand?
I don't understand what you're saying. I'm trying to I understand that the court doesn't have jurisdiction because it's
Over your
the property.
motion, there's nothing that you have said that is even a real motion, sir. The motion is denied.
It's an affidavit. It's not a motion.
All right, I'm gonna schedule this for a hearing, at which time, sir, I advise you once again to go seek legal counsel. It appears you didn't do that at all. And then I'm gonna schedule it on the 24th. Are you available, Mr. Borkin, on the 24th?
I would be, Your Honor.
I would not be available.
Then if you don't show up to court on that day, sir, the hearing will be held without you.
According to the Judicial Code of Conduct, you're supposed to extend. I'm not a United States citizen. I'm a foreign national, and I'm here under my nation's constitution, laws, and bylaws, and I'm only here to settle the matters at hand. This is dealing with trust property. The property in question has been conveyed to the Tariq Samar Tarikade Living Trust, along with the personal information of the alleged defendants, which is now being used in the public without just compensation for the use of that private property. A promissory note was signed, the lease was signed, but full disclosure was not given that what was taking place was a consumer credit transaction, and cash is not a necessity to satisfy a consumer credit transaction. But with it even being a consumer credit transaction, full disclosure wasn't stated that the lease and the private property of the signature of the alleged defendants will be used to securitize that lease, and which by itself destroys or separates the lease, which is the bill, and the security, which is the signature. Because without us, the reason why you don't have subject matter is because we give the subject, which is the property, we make it matter, as we were the ones to sign a consumer credit transaction. But we weren't offered the remedy of not having, not having full disclosure. Within any contract, full disclosure is a must, and we weren't granted that, along with the other issues that brought this whole account up, within the public. So if we need to address it at a later date, I would say no, because I have already brought forth my claim, and my claim has not yet been rebutted. To say that what I have to say as a national or foreign national is not recognized by you is dismissive, and that's religious discrimination, because all I'm doing is what Article 1 of the United States Constitution says. It gives me a right to perform my religious execution. I have the right to.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had to interrupt there. This guy's stupidity is growing. What did he just say there? He has the right to perform his religious execution. Like, what do you mean? Like, human sacrifice? Execution? I have the right to perform my religious execution. What's up, Conspiracy Music? Good to see you. So he has the right to perform his religious execution. But he means to say to execute his religious freedom, but of course he can't speak because he's an idiot, because all these guys are. If he wasn't an idiot, he wouldn't believe this nonsense. But before that, he kept saying something, and I noticed this a lot during the Darrell Brooks trial too. These guys love to say this, and it's like nails on a chalkboard. Every time I hear an idiot say alleged defendant, you're not the alleged defendant. You're the defendant. There's nothing alleged about it. They're not accusing you of being a defendant. You are the defendant. They're accusing you of the thing that you alleged to have done. But the alleged defendant, that's what Darrell Brooks kept calling himself. Oh, I'm the alleged defendant. No, you're not. You're the defendant. There's no question about that. You are. When people say things like that, it helps to deconstruct their entire argument, right? And break it down. Like, you obviously have no idea what you're saying, because you cannot comprehend basic precepts of the English language in and of itself. And I'm not trying to be a grammar Nazi, but if you're making legal arguments where you're trying to really dig into the subtleties of the law, and you don't even have a grasp on the basic concepts of proper English grammar and language, how are you supposed to understand something that's written? Even if it's not a law, just a freaking book. Like, you have no idea what you're talking about because you don't understand anything, and just the way you speak proves it. Alleged defendant. I have the right to exercise my religious execution.
Religious freedom, in which you're stating, as you're trying to,
Elucidate.
or your statements have been dismissive towards my religious freedoms, which would be discrimination on your part. And I know that's not what you're attempting to do, but that's what is being done. And along with the discrepancies with the plaintiff. And all I'm here to do, ma'am, I understand what you asked. I didn't understand what you asked our previous date of stating that you felt I was incompetent, or that I didn't understand the procedures that were taking place. I just wanted to be private, as I didn't want to cause confusion amongst the masses out here, because I'm not a United States citizen like most of the people on this call. I'm a foreign national, and I come under the laws of my country and under my nation and under my constitution, along with international law, such as the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, along with the American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, which give us the right to self-government, self-determination, and self-autonomy.
Mr. Day, you've talked.
Yes, ma'am.
I will see you on March 24th, 2023 at 3:30.
Is this excuse me, what is the type of case this will be?
Yes.
All right, so that was the video. So I'll tell you what I have written down and then I'll talk about it. So first I have foreign national written down, which no, he's not. He's a sovereign citizen that wants to name himself something different because of the connotation that sovereign citizen now brings. Number 2, his country's law and constitution.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we continue and finish up this wonderful, beautiful, fantastic KFAR video, I have a wonderful, beautiful, fantastic thing to say. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Space Trucker with a $2 super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. It reminds me of that old James Brown song. You're talking loud, but saying nothing. You're just saying nothing. Like a dull knife that just ain't cutting. You're just talking loud and saying nothing. You're just saying nothing. They can talk all day and yet say nothing. That's right, Space Trucker. It's amazing. Word salad. That's all it is. What's up, KTZ? I don't know if I said hello to you earlier. He took the Devon Bay seminar. You know what else I noticed? This is the second time I've seen it where they're so dumb that they spell Bay wrong. He calls himself blah, 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 El Day, D-A-Y, instead of Bay, B-E-Y. So they don't even know the Moorish thing. You know, could you imagine if all the Muslims were going around calling themselves Muhammad, but spelling it wrong? Like I don't know, Muhammad or something? Like they're supposed to be Bay, Bay, Bay. That's the whole thing, is that it's Bay, not Day. Oh, man. Anyway, let's see what else KFAR has to say about this idiot stupidity.
Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments here. Let's say you're from Morocco. It's just a random country I thought of. If you come to America and commit crimes, they don't go, well, what's the law in Morocco? No, they go by what the American law says. So that out the window. Subject matter. If it happened in this jurisdiction, congratulations. They have subject matter jurisdiction. Not competent. Apparently in the last Zoom court hearing thing that they had, the judge was worried about his competency, which if you listen to him speak in this one, she's probably still worried about that. I've said it in somebody's post about sovereign citizens. Every single one needs to be evaluated by a mental health professional because they all have something wrong, in my opinion. Right at the end, he was going to bring up, oh my lord, what type of jurisdiction this was. We all know that he's going to go with Admiralty because that's the funnest one, because that makes you a boat captain. He's going to get in his vessel. Nothing he said made any sense. That's why the judge booted him at the end. Didn't let him ask any more questions, said, see you on this day. Bye. Like I said, go see Phil over on Time Served. Good guy. Puts out content, specifically court. That's what you're going to get. Goes live regularly, puts out videos regularly. Go give him a visit. Rest of that, no more information. The rest of it's nonsense. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
All right. I love the way that Graham put it. And when he says here, Moors have gone from B to D now. So, I was making fun of the way that they, were spelling it El Bay, always El Bay, El Bay, El Bay. Now they seem to be doing El Day, El Day. They used to get a B, but their grades are getting lower. Now they're down to D for day. It went from pay to day. Yes, in Morocco, these idiots probably would not last 5 minutes in actual Morocco. And that's the thing. I don't think any of them have ever even been to Africa at all, let alone Morocco. In fact, most of them have probably never even been outside of the United States. The closest they come is like here, like when I go swimming in the ocean. I'm technically not in the United States, although it's not international waters yet. That's the only time I've ever left this. Well, the closest I ever came to actually leaving the United States, besides swimming in the ocean, was when I actually me and two of my buddies tried to walk to Canada, and we were 33 miles from the Canadian border when we had to turn back because our tent broke. We ran out of money. We ran out of supplies. It became a mess. But the first few weeks of it, it was beautiful, beautiful trip. Walking along the shore of Lake Superior, and the water was so clean we were literally able to fill our canteens out of Lake Superior and just drink it. It was great times, great times. Hey, what's up? How's it going, Silvio? Abaru? Good to see ya. All right, you got your drinks out, getting ready for good St. Patrick's Day party. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Good times, good times, good times. Great to have you here. Thank you for joining us this wonderful morning. And again, thank you to all of you guys for spending your mornings with us every day here in the Hezokuai Show, 7 a.m. And don't forget Saturdays at 5 Eastern, where me and Frauditor News Network are on with our Saturday show. We have a different guest every week, and tomorrow's guest is Tones Overthinks It. And so the next video we're going to watch today is a video from another future guest on our show, Blackheart Knight, who's going to be our guest on April 1st. It's going to be a great show. Let's go ahead and get him on and watch the new Blackheart Knight video. All right, all right, all right. Because I'm sick and tired of talking about chili. You know what's amazing too? It's amazing because someone in the chat earlier mentioned that they noticed that I seemed a little off today, and I said it's because of this whole freaking chili thing, right? And if you've been following me for a while, you know I never talk about him. I go out of my way not to talk about him, and now you see why. When this idiot's in the news, it's like I just oh chili, oh that guy, oh that guy. I'm telling you, he's a grifter beyond grifts. Uh, he's a douche beyond canoes. He's the oar. I don't know. It's a live show, people. Not all the jokes are gonna hit. You know. You got me doing the chair shuffle with that music bit now. Hey, you know what? This is so good that Ham Banana actually has a video that he made of me doing this. It's great stuff. Great stuff. Chili and DMA are your favorites. Yeah, right? Oh my goodness gracious me. Oh man. Talk about blood pressure. So, ladies and gentlemen, Blackheart Night. This is called this is another courtroom fail from a sovereign citizen, a wondrous courtroom fail by sovereign. Sovereign, whatever.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. In today's video, we find ourselves at an eviction hearing for a sovtard who decided not to pay his rent, and he pulls out all the stops with his sovtard nonsensical legal jargon and everything like that, and still gets evicted. So let's sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Calling case number, thank you. Calling case number 22393437. This is Pasadena Investments LLC versus Dwayne Davis Jr. and all occupants at 2170 East Jefferson, Unit 1007.
Your Honor, for the record, Attorney Frederick J. Coleman, P. 56548 on behalf of the plaintiff. Your Honor, Mr. Davis at this time owes $6,706, court cost of $157. This is a subsequent hearing.
All right. Mr. Davis or Ms.
Hey.
Davis? Okay,
Yeah, I'm
Mr. Davis.
I'm the beneficiary of Dwayne right here. The beneficiary.
Are you Dwayne?
Let the sovereign citizen courtroom antics begin, because you know what? This beneficiary crap is just a fancy way of him saying, I'm not going to answer the question of whether that's my name or not, just so I can slow down this legal process and get my own way, which will never happen, because the judge is not going to tolerate it in this instance. So let's carry on.
Excuse me. Are you Dwayne Davis Jr.?
I'm the beneficiary owner right here.
Do you reside at 2170 East Jefferson, Unit 1007?
And let me throw my little 2 cents in about this too. Because this whole beneficiary thing, that's another example of like these guys being dumb beyond dumb, which they are. But like the whole beneficiary thing kind of drives me nuts too. Kind of. Because it's so stupid. Like these people don't know what words mean. And they try to paint it like there's this other language that courts and lawyers and judges and police use that's like this secret language that someone gave them the key to unlock it. And it's like, no, they're not speaking some other language. You don't understand English. You don't know what a beneficiary is. You're not your own beneficiary. And if you were, so what? So when you die, you get your money because you're the beneficiary? If you die and cash in your life insurance policy, you're the beneficiary of your own life insurance policy? What do you mean you're the beneficiary? And even if that was true, what does that have to do with you being in court? What does that have to do with the judge asking you what your name is? And even more important, I got a super chat. Yes, a $4.99. Oh, $4.99 super chat from Jenny Potier. Send paddles to get rid of the canoes in your life. Sending the paddles to get rid of the canoes. I like it like that. That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Did I get really loud? Because I have a volume knob on my headphones, and I must have accidentally turned it down and didn't realize it. So I had all my settings on my microphone cranked up all the way because I thought it was too quiet. Now I'm thinking, did I get it too loud? I don't know. Nobody's complaining, so it must be good. Anyway, yes. Thank you again. Thank you so much. Let's do it right. All right. And that also gets your name added once again to the raffle. Let's see. Boom, 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 douche canoe. Douche canoe. Douche canoe. Douche, 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 douche canoe. Butterbrain douche canoes. Everywhere I go. Thank you so much. I love you guys. You're the best. Thank you for sticking with me through my nervous breakdown I'm having thinking about Jelly de Castro. Oh no. That face. I can't get away from it. No, not Jelly. Yeah.
Yes, the estate does assign there.
Do you reside in that property?
The beneficiary, yes.
The person I'm talking to, is that the person who is in this property at 2170 East Jefferson? You're not answering my question.
I don't fully understand it. Say it again.
All right, okay. At this point, I don't see anyone who resides at 2170 East Jefferson, Unit 1007. If you do reside there, please make the court aware of it.
Okay.
Your Honor, since the defendant has not identified himself as the defendant in this particular case.
I just did. I just told you I'm the beneficiary.
Your Honor,
Of the name.
Your Honor, since the defendant has not identified himself as a person in this property, he's attempting to try to act like he's a sovereign. This property is owned and it's an apartment building. We're asking for a default judgment at this time. If he decides to pay it, that's great. If not, we'll be moving forward after time expires.
Before we proceed with this matter, can I ask the director, the beneficiary? I'm talking to the plaintiff, sir.
Then why don't you go ahead and call him the plaintiff, you soft-tard moron? I mean, that's standard courtroom proceedings. Just call him the plaintiff and move on. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, that soft-tards can't exactly be trusted to represent themselves in a court of law, because it leads to a lot more convictions, and in this case, a lot more evictions. You should have done what you do best and drink a gallon of lead paint and let the big boys handle this while you sit at the kiddie table.
My legal person, I'm showing you right here, a corporation. Can you write me in 21 days and provide me evidence that you have legal?
Your Honor, none of
I
that
just
is
wanna know-
required by law in this court. I'm asking for a default judgment this time. Quit wasting the court's time. If he
I ain't
wants to
wasting
file
your
the
court's
appropriate-
time.
If he wants to file the appropriate court paper or identify himself to the court as you've requested on numerous occasions, then we can proceed forward. At this time, playing these legal games is against.
I have a birth certificate right here.
Against the law. Two, we provide the court with a lease agreement. We provide the court with the ledger. We're asking for a default judgment.
The court is in receipt of a summons, a complaint, a demand for non-payment of rent, as well as a lease agreement.
The summons was
signed
never
with-
notarized.
Signed with Dwayne Davis Jr., as well as the proof of service.
And this is continuing proof that this dumbass should have been left at the kiddie table to eat the crayons and left his defense up to somebody who's, well, competent enough and actually has experience to understand that you don't need the proof of service notarized, such as an attorney who's actually experienced in eviction cases. I don't know. That could be a smart move.
Mr. Davis, Dwayne Davis Jr.
Everyone drop a like.
How much is your monthly rent?
And welcome,
I want
Leland.
to say
Glad to
900.
see you here.
When's the last time you paid rent?
Long time. Siri paid my back balance, but Pasadena never put it to my account. So I consider Pasadena either took the money or what. I don't know what they did with it, but Siri definitely paid it. It's on the record. It's on my the record with the Siri. You can find it in their profile. But they're supposed to pay my back
I don't
balance.
know. I can't find it in my profile. So you qualify. Sarah paid. How much did Sarah pay?
They paid up to like September, but they didn't pay they're supposed to pay July, August, September, but Pasadena never put that to my account.
Your Honor, if it wasn't applied, my client didn't receive it.
Oh my goodness, dude, did you just admit to committing a crime? Because Sarah was an emergency relief fund set up by the state of Michigan to help tenants pay their rent during the pandemic. Sometimes the rent would be paid to the landlord directly, and other times it would be paid to the tenant. So if it was paid to the tenant in this case and the landlord didn't receive it, well then, he's just committed a crime because those funds were meant to go right to the landlord and not for your personal use.
Whoopsie daisy!
That is not our burden. It's his burden.
But that's in documents though that they were supposed to pay. I have it in documents.
Your Honor, I'm not going to sit and argue all day, Your Honor. Bottom line is, the money is for his benefit. It is not for my client's benefit. Just like paying a mortgage payment. If I send a mortgage payment in, if it's not received, it's still on me. If you send a mortgage payment on my behalf and it's not received, it's still on the person who has the mortgage. He's the renter. It is his responsibility to have the money paid, or to whoever's paying on his behalf, that we receive it. We have done everything we're supposed to do. The documentation speaks for itself. At this time, again, I'm requesting for either default judgment or judgment by hearing.
And then I'm talking to the plaintiff. Can you just write me and saying that you have authority as a public servant to me?
Oh, looky there, the Sovtard wants to join the adults at the big boys table, but he still doesn't understand how things work. That lawyer is not your personal servant, and he is not a public servant. He is an attorney representing your landlord. So why don't you go back to the kitty table and hire an attorney like you should have done in the first place, you Sovtard moron?
Your Honor, I am not writing.
Excuse
I'm
me,
not
Mr.
sending.
Davis. Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis. This is a landlord-tenant court. This is summary proceedings. This is the second hearing, and you're afforded legal counsel. Legal counsel was available. They said that they could not assist you at this matter. Are you even identifying yourself as Dwayne Davis Jr.?
No, I'm the beneficiary of that name.
So are you not Dwayne Davis Jr.?
No, I am not. I am not.
Okay.
Well, that's fine that you don't want to answer the question and defend yourself. That's fine because you know what? It'll just make the eviction process that much easier. So just go back to the kitty table and start drinking that lead paint again, okay? Have a good time. Oh, yeah, and be sure to request a side order of crayon-flavored brownies while you're there.
Okay, we are entering, the court has not received the call or answer from Dwayne Davis Jr. Does anyone on this Zoom reside at 2170 East Jefferson, number 1007? Is anyone present who lives in that property on this Zoom?
Your Honor, again, no one's responded, asking for my default judgment. We can submit it to the court before the end of the day, along with the full ledger.
Default judgment granted.
Thank you, Judge.
Please submit the paperwork. Call it, you're free to leave. Well, nobody identified themselves, so calling the next case.
That is the look of a man who is utterly defeated. Well, perhaps the next time you need help in a court case, don't look inward towards yourself. Actually go seek somebody who knows what they're doing instead of defending yourself with nonsensical sob-tard arguments that don't even hold up in court, such as an eviction court. You are an example of what not to do. So enjoy this failure. So, at any rate, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.
All right. Great stuff. As usual from Blackheart Knight. Love you, Blackheart, man. You are awesome. Really looking forward to having him as a guest on my Saturday show on April Fool's Day. It's going to be a lot of fun. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to pretty much wrap up the show right there. Thank you all for joining me once again on this beautiful Friday. The holiday weekend, everybody. Go out, have some fun. Don't get too crazy. If you drink, don't drive. And if you drive, don't drink. Don't forget to tip your waitresses. Um, have a good time. Enjoy your holiday weekend. Thank you all for coming out and joining me today. Love you guys. Love your support. Don't forget to join us on Saturday, this Saturday with Tones Overthinks It. It's going to be on the guest on the Auditor News Network and Hezokuai show. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Or no, not tomorrow morning. Tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Eastern, and then see you on Monday. Thanks a lot for joining, guys.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.